UIM F1 H2O World Championship heads once more to Liuzhou, China, where the 2014 season kicks into high gear. All the big names are here to do battle as part of the Liuzhou Aquaspeed Festival that also includes F4 racing and the Aquabike Grand Prix. The city of Liuzhou provides a stunning backdrop to this event. The biggest city in Guangxi province, Liuzhou is located in the heart of one of China's most picturesque regions. The lush, verdant countryside is dotted with the distinctive limestone karsts of this part of China, through which winds the mighty Liu River. Liuzhou has a tropical climate with a stunning array of flora and fauna that are a testament to the rich biological diversity of this region. Even the city of Liuzhou itself is full of greenery, with parks and tree-lined avenues throughout the city, not to mention some wonderful temples and monuments that shed light on this city's rich and ancient history. But make no mistake, there's nothing provincial about Liuzhou. This is a bustling, booming, fast-paced city of nearly 4 million people. Liuzhou is a feast of lights, sounds, colors, cultures, and people. The city center has a 24-hour beat to it. The food, the shopping, and of course, the wild, sexy, thumping nightlife all make this one of China's most electric cities. This marks the 20th year for F1 H2O in China, a landmark anniversary for the sport founded by the head of H2O Racing, Niccolò de San Germano.
I'm very happy and proud to be the witness of the changes of this country in 20 years, particularly in the world of sport. You know, 20 years ago we would never thought that we could have a Formula One Chinese team. We would have never thought that they would build a water stadium like the one they've done here in Liuzhou in the last 4 years just for Formula One. It's unbelievable when China wants to do something, how they can do it and how successful they can be.
Now let's take a look at what happened in the last round in Qatar. The season kicked off in the Pearl of the Middle East, Doha, Qatar. In qualifying, Jonas Andersson of Team Sweden drove a stunning lap and got pole position, only to relinquish it following an engine change, thus giving pole to Sami Celio of Mad Croc Baba Racing Team. The Team Qatar drivers, defending world champion Alex Carella and Sean Torrente, didn't wait long to pounce and grabbed 1 and 2 as they left Celio in their wake at the start. Things went from bad to worse for Celio as he was soon out of the race with a broken engine. Torrente led the race ahead of his teammate Carella until the 31st lap when a steering problem ended his race. Seemingly a recurring curse for Torrente, who's had to bow out of many a race that he's led. Carella never looked back, winning the Grand Prix of Qatar with Philip Schiap of CTIC China Team runner-up and Duarte Benavente of F1 Atlantic Team third, his best ever result. There are 18 drivers from 9 teams gearing up for the Grand Prix of China. Alex Carella is the man to beat in China, vying for a historic 3rd Chinese Grand Prix title in a row. He has a brand new and improved boat, but it may also prove to be his Achilles heel, as he needs time to adjust.
This year will be different. We have a new boat, new setup. This is the first time we will put the boat in the water, so let's see, let's hope to win the third in a row.
This could be a possible advantage to his teammate and defending world runner-up Sean Torrente, who needs to put the mechanical gremlins behind him.
Yeah, the opening round went really good for about, 98% of the weekend, and then the last 7 laps we had an issue, so we weren't able to finish, but that's racing, so we're going to come here and try and dig ourselves out of a hole.
The locals will be cheering on their very own team, CTIC China. Their ace driver, the highly technical and ever-consistent Philippe Chiappe, looking to build on his runner-up finish in round 1.
Of course, I want to win. I like Liuzhou. I like this race, and this circuit is for me as a technical circuit, and I like it very well.
He races alongside his young Chinese teammate Zhang Ziwei, aka Liuzhou. Two-time world champion Sami Celio also has a new Baba boat to get familiarized with.
Biggest change is the safety. Safety is much better here in this boat. It's much stronger boat. Of course, different measurement, and we think it should be much faster. But let's see. The test, what we did in Italy, went well. I was very happy with it. But of course, the race condition and the race pace is always different.
Back to upset everybody's best laid plans for a win is Team Abu Dhabi, with veteran driver Thani Al-Khamzi, a former champion here, and the talented Ahmed Al-Hamali. While Team Sweden features newcomer Jesper Force, stepping up from F4 to race with teammate Jonas Andersson. Also back are Caldwell Racing, with their new boat designs and outboard engines, with Thomas Cermak returning to F1 H2O, racing alongside Ivan Brigada. Caldwell introduced 4-stroke engines to F1 H2O, and 2 years of racing and research has led to the first major evolution in their goal to create a 4-stroke platform that can beat the 2-strokes. The course in Liuzhou is a technical 6-pin course with 1 right and 5 left-hand turns.
It's very challenging. There's the long straights, very fast turn, and then there's the part what is very tricky, the short straight and tight turns. So it's very difficult to find a good setup, and you need to really choose where you need to be fast.
Qualifying determines the starting grid for the race. It's divided into 3 sessions, with 12 boats from Q1 qualifying for Q2, and then the final 6 boats getting the course to themselves for a final shootout that will determine the pole position. Unpredictable conditions during the 2 practice sessions have made setup choice a challenge.
Wind blew real hard, and so we're really scrambling. We're lucky that the boat itself is running good mechanically. Everything's really good. It's fast. So hopefully we can do a little more testing in Q1. We're definitely not sure of what we're going to run yet still, and qualifying starting in about 5 minutes. So the course is really challenging with the crosswind. From the yellow to the orange down here, turn 1, the boat does not like it at all. It wants to blow over, wants to scrub. It's really a handful. So the key is to get from yellow to the orange clean, and I think the rest of it's okay.
In Q1, Duarte Benavente of F1 GC Atlantic team just qualified in 11th ahead of Philip Roms of Mad Croc Baba Racing. Marit Stromoy fought till the final seconds to make it into Q2, but she was unable to better Roms' time. Also out in Q1 was Swedish rookie Jesper Force, Bartek Marsuek, Zhang Ziwei, and the 2 Caldwell drivers Thomas Cermak and Ivan Brigada. Q2 saw lots of drama. Philippe Chiappe, always a favorite in the final round, had battery problems, and though the team hustled, it was of no use. Ahmed Al-Hamali was also out with electrical problems, and his boat almost caught on fire.
New boat, new wire harness, everything brand new, but I'm not lucky. I don't think I'm lucky. Everything are new.
Then Torrente crashed out.
I honestly don't know. It just unloaded. I told you that was the hard part right there. It wasn't supposed to be that hard. I'm trying to get it back out. I can just get a lap to transfer to Q3. We're fast enough. I just need to get a lap.
Hard as they tried, Torrente's engine was waterlogged and unable to continue. Alex Carella set the fastest time, but Sami Celio only barely qualified in 6th, bumping down Eric Stark. Contando qualified for Q3 along with Yusuf Al-Rubayyan, Jonas Anderson, Duarte Benavente, and Celio. Q3, the final shootout, where drivers vie for the all-important pole position. First out was Sami Celio, who has 22 career pole positions to his name. He overcame his QT jitters to set an exceptional time of 45.99 seconds. Next out was Duarte Benavente, followed by Jonas Anderson, both unable to unseat Celio from provisional pole. Next up, Yusuf Al-Rubayyan. He was quick around the course and everyone held their breath. He set a time of 47.83, which put him in provisional 2nd behind Celio. Contando went out for pole, but he was only able to set a time of 49.20, dropping him to 5th with one driver left to go. Last man out, Alex Carella. It would be another nail-biting qualifying showdown between the 11 pole-winning Italian and the 22 pole-winning Celio. Which man would prove the victor? Carella's new boat was fast and smooth, and the two-time defending world champion was flawless. Carella drove like a man possessed. Celio held his breath. There it is, his first lap, 44.60, a second and a half faster than Celio, the fastest lap of the day. Carella picked up his 12th pole position.
Okay, we was with the new boat and really happy for it. We did a great in the top qualifying. We were sure it was a fast boat, but not like this. I mean, now we are really happy. We find really the perfect setup. Everything okay. The third pole, consecutive pole here in China. So I really love this place.
There are the results. Carella with pole ahead of Celio, then Al-Rubayyan, Benavente, Anderson, and Contando starting in 6th. With the day's racing over, teams and drivers kick back to unwind, let loose, and enjoy themselves out on the town. Race day. 18 drivers from 10 countries and 9 teams ready to do battle on the Liu River. There was tension before the race, and the wind also picked up, possibly complicating teams' setup strategies and making conditions that much trickier on an already technical and erratic course. With the final countdown underway, thousands of spectators waited with bated breath for the Grand Prix of China to get underway. Carella nabbed his 12th career pole the day before. Celio is right behind him on the starting grid, followed by the 2 F1 Atlantic drivers Al-Rubayyan and Benavente. Stark 7th, Shiap 8th ahead of the 2 Abu Dhabi drivers, and Sean Torrente starting way down in 15th position. The countdown is on, just seconds to go. The China Grand Prix is underway. A flying start from Yusuf Al-Rubayyan and Alex Carella, who leaves Celio lagging to the first turn buoy. Sean Torrente sandwiched between the Abu Dhabi boats, and Philip Roms on his starboard, who leaves Torrente in his spray. Carella on the inside, first to the turn alongside Al-Rubayyan, followed by Celio. And there's a collision. Duarte Benavente collides with Contando of Motorglass F1 team. Terrible luck for Benavente, who qualified in 4th place on the starting grid. but his teammate Al-Rubayyan is off to a great start in second position right behind Carella. Eric Stark of Team Nautica also has a great start, finding himself in fourth position behind Sami Celio. There's Benavente without his cowling, heading back in. At the head of the field, Alex Carella has opened a 3-second lead over Al-Rubayyan. Behind Jonas Anderson is a battle for sixth between Francesco Cantando and Philippe Chiappe. The Frenchman gets the better of the Italian, who's bumped down to seventh, and Chiappe pursues Jonas Anderson in fifth. Further back, Sean Torrente has moved up to 10th position, and he's trying to pass Moritz Stromoy, the driver he collided with in Portugal 3 years ago. As they enter turn number 1, Torrente stays on the outside, maintaining his speed. In the clear water on the outside line, he passes Stromoy. Now Torrente bears down on Ahmed Al-Hamali of Team Abu Dhabi and Philippe Chiappe, who seems to be coming off the pace. And he does it! He passes Chiappe before turn 3. Torrente then goes head-to-head with Ahmed Al-Hamali. Al-Hamali puts up a fight, but Torrente is just too fast. Torrente then sets his sights on Al-Hamali's teammate Thani Al-Kamzi, who won here in 2011. Torrente is known for his no-holds-barred racing style, and though it's got him in trouble in the past, including some big scrapes and even a suspension, his competitiveness is what defines him as a top racer. Torrente takes the inside line, trying to get the speed he needs to take on Al-Kamzi, but Al-Kamzi smokes him on that 640-meter straightaway to boy number 3. Al-Kamzi's going to prove a hard nut to crack, but Torrente is not one to give up. In the lead, Alex Carella is loving his new boat, building his lead over Al-Rubayyan to 5 seconds. Further back, Francesco Cantando of Motorglass F1 team is giving chase to Jonas Anderson of Team Sweden in 5th position as the two lock horns heading toward the northern end of the course. Sean Torrente still giving chase to Thani Al-Kamzi. The American's dramatic rise up the field seems to have been halted for the time being. 9th place, Ahmed Al-Hamali continues to pursue Torrente. Stromoy is 10th, Marsalek 11th, Philip Roms 12th, Caldwell's, Cermak and Brigada 13 and 14. Carella is on course for a record 3rd Chinese Grand Prix title in a row here as he laps the back markers. Former Grand Prix winner Ivan Brigada in his new Caldwell boat in 14th position just behind his teammates. Trouble for Chiappe, he's been dropping off the pace and now he's pulling out of the race. That's a blow for CTIC China, but they still have Liuzhou out there. No change in the top 5, Carella, Al-Rubayyan, Celio, Stark and Anderson. There we see the view from Al-Rubayyan's cockpit. Carella isn't even in sight of the Kuwaiti anymore. But there's bad news for Al-Rubayyan, who was judged to have jumped the start and will have to do a drive-by penalty, dropping him down the field. That is a cruel blow. Celio, Stark, Anderson and Al-Kamzi race past the Kuwaiti. Sami Celio moves up to 2nd position, a win here just 1 boat away. What a performance from Eric Stark. Last year's rookie is now running in 3rd among some of the most talented and successful F1 H2O racers in the world. Francesco Cantando runs out of luck. The Italian veteran and 12 Grand Prix winner is out with engine problems. Let's take another look at the start of the race. Al-Rubayyan judged to have jumped the start. There it is again. The start is judged not from movement off the line, but from the moment the engine turns on. As the boats get to the commitment buoy, a collision between Benavente and Cantando. There it is from Benavente's onboard.
Honestly, I don't really know. It was in the start, in the turn number 1. I turned, I was going already straight, and I was hit by Francesco. He didn't saw me. It happens in the races. Absolutely no problem. He didn't saw me, and and this is normal. Bad luck today, it's racing. That was
And then straight. Oh, really sorry. Even because it was a problem also for me.
Now back in the 18th lap of the race, Alex Carella is comfortably in the lead. The two-time defending world champion rarely loses from pole. Daniel Kamzi in 5th, trying to push on Anderson while fending off the aggressive Sean Torrente. Torrente has put in some hard work all race, moving up from 15th in the starting grid to 6th by lap 20. But Daniel Kamzi is not budging, fending off the man from Miami as the two enter a long and arduous fight. Al-Kamzi ducking and weaving, Torrente trying to find some space to pass. Jonas Andersson of Sweden in 4th position behind Celio, lapping Zhongzi Wei, the only Chinese driver out there. Liuzhou is in 13th position, and his CTIC China teammate Philip Schiap can only watch from shore. Lap 26, Eric Stark in 3rd position, by far his best ever F1 H2O race so far, and the former F2 champion seems to be getting quite comfy in the F1 H2O series with Team Nautica. Bartek Marszałek keeping the Motorglass team alive in 8th, putting in a solid race. Oh no, Jonas Andersson is out. Yet another disappointing result for the Swede. That leaves his teammate Jesper Force, the rookie from F4, who is doing well in 12th position. The positions, Carella, Celio and Stark form the top 3. Then Al-Kamzi moves up to 4th after Andersson's exit. Trouble now for Sami Celio. The two-time world champion is slowing down as teammate Philip Roms passes him, as does Eric Stark. That puts Eric Stark in 2nd position. This is a big surprise. Celio now really off the pace, just trying to finish the race. Now it's Al-Kamzi in 3rd behind Carella and Stark, with Torrente all the way up in 4th and Al-Hamali 5th. There we see the two-time defending world champion Carella lapping another two-time world champion Celio. Meanwhile, Bartek Marszałek quietly moving up to 5th and putting in a solid race in his 4th year on the tour and his 10th Grand Prix race. It's the last lap and nothing looks like it's going to put a damper on Carella's party. He's been flying out there and dominating from start to finish. There it is, Alex Carella makes it 2 out of 2 this season as the Qatar team celebrates. But the big surprise is Eric Stark finishing the race runner-up, and Daniel Kamzi also makes it on the podium. Torrente finishing 4th, Marszałek 5th, and Roms 6th. Great result for the young Finn. Al-Hamali retired with just 2 laps to go. Aurabayan makes do with 4 points.
I really enjoyed the race and I had a very good start, and then I just tried, to go as fast as I can all the time, and had some luck with some people who couldn't finish, but I'm so happy to be 2nd.
I don't know why they give me drive through. I didn't make any jump start, and they said you need to go there. Not my problem if they are sleeping.
Sure. We had everything falling apart. I had no radio. I had no power steer in the last 10 laps, which is my worst nightmare because you can see these guns aren't that big. So we were really happy to get the 4th coming all the way from back there. It's in one piece. We got some points. Next one we go.
There's the results for the China Grand Prix. 20 points for Carella, 15 for Stark, and Celio salvages 3 points.
I'm very happy today. I start from 10th position, and I get in the course. What I told you before the start, I'm very happy. I finished the race 3rd or 2nd, I don't know, but I have good fight with another team. All the races, I'm very happy today with the finish 2nd.
The world overall standings sees Alex Carella continue the perfect defense of his world title with 40 points, already opening a 25-point lead over Schiap and Stark with 3 rounds to go.
That's good. I mean, it's the 3rd year that I win here. I won my first race, Formula 1 race in 2010 in China. So it's really cool. Nice feeling, especially this place, a really lucky place for me. Triple position and 3 victories in 3 years. So what a fantastic place. Thank you.
That ends another thrilling event in Liuzhou. See you in round 3 when the UIM F1 H2O World Championship heads back to Qatar.